Alright, so this is another home reno update, and this time we're gonna talk about the carpentry. So really exciting stuff. A lot of the carpentry has been done up in the master bedroom where we're at right now, in the kitchen, as well as in the living room. So I think as much as possible we were hoping for the reno process to go smoothly, but unfortunately at this point in time I think this is where some of the reno regrets have kicked in. So this is after the first day of doing the carpentry works. Tomorrow there's still the second day. Hopefully some of the errors that we spotted are able to be rectified. If not, yeah, it might potentially be something we have to live with down the road. Okay, so first up, maybe we talk about the master bedroom wardrobe carpentry since we're here. So in the original plan, it was to have 4 panels, 1, 2, 3, 4, and an open shelving here combined with a dresser table. Then over here will be the headboard for the bed area. So with this, the wardrobe space is quite limited for both of us, and because of that, we actually wanted for this dresser table to be a little bit shallower, so it gives a bit more space for the whole wardrobe part. So in the design that we passed to our carpenter, this dresser depth was supposed to be about 35 cm, but right now it's been extended to 55, so an additional 20 cm over here that eats away from the wardrobe space. So really not happy about that. And this part was supposed to be open shelving, so at 35 will be a reasonable width, but now at 55 this is a humongous space. So this is something that is grinding my gears quite a bit. Yeah. Then when it comes to the dresser table itself, over here originally for the headboard there's gonna be LED cove lighting. So the cove lights actually run from this point, and the LED driver is supposed to run along the underside at the back. But right now we see that it has been run in front and interfering with the drawer portion. So not very pretty, not very elegant. It's supposed to be flush all the way and accessible there. So yeah, that's another thing. And over here, this space under the open shelving is supposed to be an open shelf as open space as well, but now it's been sealed up. So a good 55 cm in width and 60 cm in depth has been sacrificed to house nothing. Definitely not part of the plan. This was also communicated clearly, so something to be rectified for sure in this part. So this is the nightmares that go on in the master bedroom carpentry. I guess in retrospect, maybe it would have been wiser for us to be on site on this day when they started work, so that if there were any errors, we could point it out straight away. But yeah, hindsight's always 20/20. I guess lesson learned. Then now we'll move to the living room area. So yeah, so pardon the angst, because I think looking at some of it, yeah, it's quite a headache. So on this part, maybe we start off the right side of the open shelving. So in the living room, this area is supposed to be our shoe cabinet, and then there's supposed to be open storage over on that side. So over here, we see that the carpentry is actually not flush with the wall. So I suspect maybe the structured wall wasn't completely vertical to begin with, and we're gonna work it out to see if we can fill that gap over there. Then on this portion, however, there is a very big gap that is consistent all the way through, so not too sure what the intention of that was. Gonna clarify that tomorrow. Then when we come down here, yeah, originally there's supposed to be another box over there, and this is supposed to be the home for our robo vacuum. Not too sure why the base is missing over here, but I guess it's a simple fix that can be added on eventually. Then over here, there's a big gaping hole right here that's not filled, so it's another thing to clarify with the carpenters. Then on this part, okay, so this is the switch cable for the LED cove that will run along here. Then yeah, the switch itself was originally designed to be far in the corner here, so that's inconspicuous, but it's now right here, and it's cut to such a big size. The switch we have in mind is actually a small switch, so this is a way too big a hole and in the wrong position. So yeah, another thing to work out over here. Then I think this is the main thing to take note for the carpentry in this living room area. Then we go on to the carpentry in the kitchen. So this is where the right side of the carpentry is. We rebuilt it because we wanted to include a space for a dishwasher now, which is over here. So these are all going to be drawers, going to be 2 cabinet doors, 1 cabinet door here, and a quad stop that runs along the entire length here. So far, it seems to be done according to the design, according to the specifications. So this part is great. Then when it comes to the existing carpentry that we have in the kitchen, we want to also change out all these doors to have the same laminate as what we chose on this side, so it's more balanced and even. Then on this part, in retrospect, I guess it's a good thing we told the carpenters to hold on that work for now, but we intend to install cove lighting that runs along this part all the way across. So for this to work out, we need the switch to actually be here and the driver to be here, and it runs down to that point. So because where we're at now, the switch area is a little bit higher than where the LED is. So when we drill a hole, it needs to be drilled at a slanted angle. So we were trying to communicate that with the carpenters, but I think over text, over phone, it was hard to describe that. So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. And this is the works that have been done so far for carpentry. Quite a bit of mess to resolve. Hopefully turns out right. Yep, but lessons learned, and stay tuned for the next video to see whether we're able to rectify all these little issues. Alright, so this is a quick video update of the renovation progress one day after we saw all the mishaps that happened on the carpentry portion. So thought it would be appropriate to start right here, the master bedroom carpentry. So initially the wardrobe was set to be too small because the dresser table was a bit too wide. So we talked to our carpenter about this, and they basically redid the whole area here. So this part is much shallower now, and in addition to that, they also installed the whole headboard here. So was here on site today to supervise to make sure that everything was done according to plan. Then besides the carpentry itself, there were also works done in other areas. So we talked about how we want to go about running the LED cove lighting over here, and where the carpenter needs to drill the hole at. So yeah, there'll be a switch here, whereas the LED cove light itself will have the driver drilled through here. So it will be housed over here and drilled down and run along the whole line there. So this has been aligned with the carpenter, so there won't be any more miscoms or hiccups in this portion. And toilet bowls have also been delivered. So they were initially supposed to be installed today, but we realized that it's not ready for installation because in the toilet itself, the valves over here were not ready yet. And if we install the toilet first and then put the valve later, there might not be enough clearance for us to screw on the parts properly. So thought to play it safe to delay the installation and do it only after the valves have been settled. So yeah, this is the update so far after just one day. Things are really picking up right now.